Okay, so good day. Today we will have PE and health discussion. Okay, so our first topic is health. Okay, so napaka-importante ng topic na to kasi naaayon ito at naaangkop ito sa panahon ngayon. And then, kailangan nyo malaman kung ano ba yung mga components of health, important terms, and kung paano ba tayo magiging healthy, paano ba tayo magiging fit, okay? Ano ba yung mga dapat nating gawin para maging fit and healthy tayo. Okay, so let's start now. Okay, so PE and health. Okay, so napaka-importante ng dalawang ito kasi nga magkasama sila lagi. Once na na-perform mo yung isa, laging nandyan yung isa. Okay? For example po, gumawa tayo ng isang physical activity, nandun yung health na sinasabi. Okay? Once na gumawa tayo ng exercise session, nandun yung health. Okay? So, lagi po sila magkasama. Okay? Next po. Okay. First important terms ay fitness. So, ano nga ba yung fitness? Ano nga ba yung fitness sa PE? Ano nga ba yung ambag nito? Ano nga ba yung importansya ng fitness? Okay? So, fitness is the ability to carry out daily tasks without undue fatigue. Okay? Pag sinabi natin without undue fatigue, walang kapaguran. Okay? So, that is fitness. Okay? Fit ka, physically fit, mentally fit, so, wala kang kapaguran. Okay? And this is the ability to carry out. Okay? Pag sinabi natin carry out, na-manage mo yung activity na ginagawa mo kasi nga ikaw ay physically fit and mentally fit. Okay? And with ample energy to enjoy leisure time, pursuits, and to meet unforeseen emergencies. Okay? So, pag fit ka daw, kapag may mga unforeseen emergencies, ma-meet mo pa siya. Kasi bakit? Fit ka nga. Okay? So, for example, bibigyan ko kayo ng isang example doon ay nag-work ka ng 7 to 5 or nagklase ka ng 7 to 5 and then may mga unforeseen emergencies ka pa na gagawin. So, as physically fit, mentally fit, ikaw ay kaya mo pa perform ng mga unforeseen emergencies. So, yun po. Okay? Pag sinabi natin fit, it is the ability to carry out daily tasks without undue fatigue. Walang kapaguran. Okay? So, next po. Okay, next is health. Okay, so pag sinabi po natin na health, we have components of health. Merong different components ang health. Nandiyan na po ang physical health, emotional health, mental health, and social health. Okay. Yang apat na po yan ay under of health. Okay? Health defined as the measure of our body's efficiency and overall well-being. Okay? Sabi natin, ang health daw ang nagde-define ng ating overall well-being. Okay? So, ang health din po ay in human beings, it is the extent of an individual's continuing physical, emotional, mental, and social ability to cope with his environment. It is also defined as the measure of our body's efficiency, yun nga, and overall well-being. Okay, next, exercise. So, pag sinabi naman natin na exercise, ito yung physical activity na ginagawa natin to improve our function, to improve our body's function, and para magkaroon po or ma-maintain yung healthy lifestyle, yung overall well-being natin. Okay? So, exercise, it is the training of the body to improve its function and enhance its fitness. Or in other words, exercise is a component of physical activity. Okay? Physical activity si exercise, and distinguishing characteristic of exercise is that it is a structured activity, especially planned to develop and maintain physical fitness. The terms exercise and physical activity are often used. Ito yung training ng ating body to to improve function, okay? To improve fitness, to improve health. Okay? So, ayan po. So, next po tayo. Okay, next is physical activity. Okay, pag sinabi naman natin na physical activity, ito naman yung gagawin natin na main activity which regards to our main priority within the day. Okay? So, meron tayong iba't ibang klase ng physical activity and hindi natin namamalayan na physical activity na pala yung ginagawa natin. For example po, naakyat sa stairs, that is physical activity. Okay? Walking is a form of physical activity. What else? Jogging is a form of physical activity. What else? Doing household chores. Okay? Form of physical activity pa rin siya. Okay, so physical activity, it is the conditioning refers to the development of physical fitness through the adaptation of the body and its various systems to an exercise program. Physical activity is an inclusive term that refers to any expenditure of energy brought about by bodily movement via the skeletal muscles, such as it includes the complete spectrum of our activity, from very low resting levels to maximal exertions. The term encompasses exercise, sport, recreation, walking, sabi ko nga po kanina, cycling, and other active transport and occupational activity. Bakit kasama si occupational activity? Si occupational activity po ay isang form of activity din. Bakit? Kapag sinabi kasi natin na occupational, it is your working load. Okay? Your workload. Okay? For example, ikaw ay construction worker. So, ang pagiging construction worker is a form of physical activity. Okay? And that is occupational activity. Okay? What else? Ikaw po ay isang cook, tagaluto. Okay? That is a form of physical activity. What else? Kasi nga, pag sinabi natin na cook, syempre gagalaw-galaw yung shoulder natin dyan. So, that is a form of physical activity. What else? So, ikaw ay isang physical education teacher. Okay? So, si teacher sa PE, nagtuturo ng exercise, nagtuturo ng warm-up. Also, that is a form of energy, physical activity. Okay? Okay, so meron naman tayong tinatawag na domestic activity. Okay, pag sinabi natin domestic activity, ito yung mga activities na sa loob lang ng bahay. Okay? Magkaiba po yun. Pag sinabi natin occupational activity, sa labas. Okay? Sa labas ng bahay. Or your mga skilled worker. Okay? Sila po yung tinatawag natin na occupational activity. Pag sinabi naman natin na domestic activity, ito yung within the house lamang. So, for example, gardening. Okay? Gardening is a form of domestic activity. Okay? So, kaya nga po tinawag natin na domestic activity kasi within the surroundings lang. Okay? Within the house lamang. Okay? Nasa bahay lang. Or, doon mismo sa doon lamang sa backyards nyo. Okay? So, that is domestic activity. What else? So, doing household chores nga po, yung mga gawaing bahay, it's a form of physical activity. And that is domestic activity. Okay, next po, we have components of health. Okay, so kung kanina, yung components of health po ay nabanggit ko na. So, this time, we will distinguish each and every components. Okay? So, we have here, number 1, physical health. So, once sinabi natin na physical health, it deals with the body's ability to function. Physical health has many components including exercise, nutrition, alcohol and drugs, and weight management. Okay, so si physical health, ito yung pang-physical na pangangatawan natin. Okay, your body, that is your physical. Okay, that is your physical health. Okay, meron tayong tinatawag na what you eat is what you are. Okay? Kung ano daw yung kinakain mo, yun yung ikaw. Okay? So, magde-define sa body mo kung ano yung kinakain mo. Okay? So, kailangan po natin kumain ng mga nutritious food para ma-maintain yung 4 components of health natin. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin ng physical health, ito yung physical na kaanyuan. Ika nga. Okay. Next po, we have mental health. Okay, pag sinabi natin ng mental health, ito ay it deals how we think, how we feel, and how we cope with daily life. Okay, so okay, sa panahon ngayon, ang mental health ay maraming nakakaranas sa panahon ngayon. Kasi nga po, nandun po yung pandemic, nandun yung struggle sa buhay, nandun yung mga problema, nandun yung kung paano ka makasurvive. So, as of now po, dapat po magkaroon po tayo ng mental health awareness para din po ma-cope up natin yung sarili natin, paano tayo makakasurpass the true mental health, paano natin siya malalagpasan. Maraming mga kabataan, maraming mga millennials ngayon ang hindi lang millennials, so yung iba din na mga tao na nakakaranas ng mental health ngayon, nandyan po yung anxiety, stress, depression. So sa panahon ngayon, kailangan po natin magtulong-tulong kung merong isang tao na nakakaranas ng ganun. So kailangan po natin ng tulungan, kailangan natin silang kausapin and i-lift up. Okay, i-boost po yung kanilang confidence, yung kanilang moral, and then i-advise kung ano yung mga dapat i-advise. At kailangan po natin na malagpasan yung mga pagsubok or mga nararanasan natin ngayon. Okay, so yan po. So mental health, it deals with how we think, sabi ko nga kanina, and how we cope up with daily life. Mental health also encompasses learning, stress management, and mental illness or disorders. Sabi ko nga po kanina, nandyan po yung anxiety, yung depression, yung stress, yan po. So next, we have social health. Okay, pag sinabi naman natin na social health, okay, so it deals or interacts with each other. Okay? Pag sinabi natin na social health, ito yung pakikipaghalubilo mo sa ibang tao through internet or through face-to-face interaction. Okay? So, social health, it deals with the way react with people within our environment. This includes public health. Okay, pag sinabi natin na public health, ito yung bigyan ko kayo ng example ng isang public health na kapag may isang tao na nagtanong sa'yo, okay, and tinulungan mo siya or nagtanong sa'yo and sinagot mo naman ng tama, that is public health. Okay, so hindi ka mag-hesitate na hindi mo siya sasagutin kasi stranger nga. So, that is a good public health. Okay, so kapag may nagtanong po sa atin or humingi ng tulong, kailangan po natin tulungan. Okay, so that is public health. Kasi sa panahon ngayon, yun po yung kailangan po natin tulungan. Okay, next po, we have family relationships. Okay, pag sinabi natin family relationship, ito yun naman po yung relasyon nyo sa nanay, tatay, sa kapatid, okay, sa relatives ninyo. That is family relationship. And peer relationship. Pag sinabi naman natin na peer relationship, ito naman po yung relationship nyo sa mga friends nyo, sa best friends nyo. So, we will define warm up and stretching. Ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba ni warm up sa stretching? Okay? So, pag sinabi natin na warm up, ito yung head to toe warm up. Okay? Pag sinabi naman natin na stretching, ito yung flexibility. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin na warm up, it is the lower intensity or lower speed activity used to prepare for an athletic event or exercise session. Okay? So, napaka-importante po ng warm-up kasi it reduces the risk of injury. Okay? So, also, warm-up, it helps decrease the risk of injury and along the risk of muscles soreness, yung pananakit ng muscles. So, pag, for example, nabigla ka, humataw ka kaagad, and kinabukasan, pagising mo, masasakit yung katawan mo or yung muscles mo kasi nga, wala kang proper warm-up. Okay? So, the goal is to increase circulation. Okay? The goal of warm-up is to increase circulation around the body while preparing the body for the workload to come. Okay? So, si warm-up, prepare niya yung katawan mo para sa isang major activity na gagawin mo. Okay? So, and also warm-up, it makes muscles pliable while escalating the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to muscles by increasing blood flow. And lastly, warming up prepares your muscles for stretching, which is next step to come. Okay? So, si warm up also nagpe-prepare ng katawan mo para sa stretching. Okay? Ano ba yung mga klase ng warm up, sir? So, first natin na warm up ay yung head rotation and yung mga heads up, down, neck, side, shoulder rotation. Yan po yung mga example ng warm up. Okay? So, yan po. And hip rotation, warm up din yan. Jumping jacks, warm up. What else? Walking sa form of warm up to prepare your body for jogging or for sprint na gagawin. Okay? So, darating na, susunod na dyan si stretching pagkatapos ni warm up. So, si stretching, iba naman to. This is now the extending of your body to achieve a healthy range of flexibility. Okay? Si stretching ay ang goal ni stretching ay is to follow you to move with a greater extent of motion through increasing joint mobility and stability. Okay? So, si stretching naman, for example, ito, stretching to. Okay, stretching. What else? Toe touch sa form of stretching. Kung na-encounter nyo na po si sit and reach, that is a form of stretching. And split, okay, yung split, that is a form of stretching. Okay? So, ayan po. That is stretching. Pag sinabi natin stretching, it is the body or extending the body to achieve a healthy range of flexibility. Okay? Okay. After all, you gain proper warm-up, proper stretching, you will now have your proper activity. Okay? Or your main activity. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin proper activity or activity proper, this is now the major activity that you will perform, and that is your activity proper. Okay? So, pagkatapos na mag-stretching, pagkatapos na mag-warm up, okay, pupunta na tayo sa proper activity. Yung body mo naka-prepare na for a certain activity na gagawin mo. Okay? So, kung meron kang proper warm-up, maliles yung injury, maliles yung muscle pain. Okay? So, that is activity proper. And now, after activity proper, ano naman po yung susunod? So, meron na tayong warm-up, stretching, activity proper, or you're the main. Okay? The main or major activity. Okay? Ano naman po yung susunod? Diyan na po dadating ang cool down. Okay? Pag sinabi natin na cool down, ito naman yung activity na from a high intensity of activity to a low intensity of activity. Okay? Pag sinabi natin na cool down, it is the purpose of, pag sinabi natin yung cool down, ang purpose niya is to slow your level of physical activity gradually from a highest intensity to lower intensity. It should follow aerobic exercise. Pwede yon maging cool down. It helps the heart rate and breathing return to normal. Pwede. Prepares muscles for the next activity and helps prevent muscle cramp. And cool down also provide time for the entire class to calm down, settle back into their seats, and be ready to learn. Okay? So, meron na tayong warm up. Ulitin ko. Stretching, proper activity, and cool down. Okay? To cool down your body. Okay? So, bigyan ko kayo ng example ng apat na activity. Yung 4 components na yan. Okay? So, first thing to do is to warm up your body, to stretch your body. Number 3, what is your specific activity? For example, physical fitness test. Okay? After physical fitness test, meron tayong cool down. Okay? Another example ay Zumba. Okay? So, warm up first from head to toe. Then, stretching. Kasi kung pag sa Zumba, meron tayong mga flexibility na ginagawa. So, meron din tayong warm up or proper stretching before we proceed to our main activity, which is Zumba. Okay? Then, third, the activity proper is Zumba. And after Zumba, we have cool down. Okay? After natin humataw, after natin sumayaw, okay? Nasa high intensity tayo, kailangan natin ng cool down para mag-slow down gradually yung high intensity na yon. Okay? Kasi meron pa tayong tinatawag na adrenaline rush, and then so kailangan natin ng cool down para mag-slow down gradually yung adrenaline rush na yun. Okay? It should follow aerobic exercise. Pwede. Okay? Ang aerobic exercise naman po, merong mga aerobic exercise na pang cool down. Okay? And it helps the heart rate and breathing return to normal, prepares muscles for the next activity. So, yun po yung cool down. Again, stretching, warm up, stretching, activity proper, and cool down. Yan pong apat na yan ay napaka-importante kapag gagawa po ng isang physical activity.
Make the ground shake.